What's up, guys? Here I am back with another review. So now I'm going to talk about the Carnival, was it Sunshine? Carnival Sunrise cruise ship. Okay, this video may be brief because I really want to get through it and get to my next video, which is, you'll see what that is. But anyway, so food on Carnival Sunrise. Now, compared to Royal Caribbean, I think that compared to the Royal Caribbean cruise I just reviewed, I think Carnival Sunrise has some of the most amazing food you can find on a cruise ship. They've got like a seafood stand. They've got, I think, a burrito slash taco stand. There's a burger stand. I think there's a, did I say seafood? I think I said seafood already. But yeah, they have those three stands. Plus they have the buffet, the typical buffet. And like all most cruise ships, they got the main dining room where you can sit with your family, friends, and stuff, and eat. Like waiters will bring you stuff. But yeah, I think the food on Carnival Sunrise is some of the most amazing that I have ever eaten in my life. I personally prefer Carnival's food, the food on Carnival cruise ships, as opposed to maybe like Royal Caribbean. They're Norwegian's about the same as them. But yeah, so that's everything food. Again, this was my second cruise, and it was a short one. It was only 5 days, so I didn't really get a chance to like do any of the specialty dining and whatnot and so forth. So yeah, I didn't buy a drink package. However, I did try a lot of different drinks. However, I did try a lot of different drinks on Carnival cruise ships and on Carnival Sunrise, and they have some amazing drinks. The sangrias you can get in the adult only section. Oh my God, forgot the lady's name, but shout out to her. She makes a great sangria. It's nice, it's sweet. It's not too much wine, not too much fruit. This, that, and the third. So yeah, um, yeah. Let me see what else was there. Water. I'm gonna skip water because I mean it wasn't. I didn't have an issue getting a lot of drinking water on that cruise ship. Oddly enough, I thought I would, but I didn't. I also didn't check out the gym on that cruise ship. Like I said, it was a short 5 day cruise, so I left the gym out of it. So yeah. What's next? What's next? Let me pause this. All right, now I'm gonna talk about sex, which is just the social life on board. The reason why I call it sex, I call these sections food, water, sex, and shelter. The four basic necessities. So don't think I'm trying to be inappropriate. But anyway, the social life on board. I noticed the staff was friendly as normal. The staff was very cordial, and this, that, and the third. They didn't speak a lot as much as they did on Royal Caribbean. I think the staff on other cruise ships, other cruise companies, I think they're a little bit friendlier. But Carnival wasn't bad. It is what it is. So that's the staff. The people on board, I noticed. Me personally, again, I'm an introvert. So just like most of you probably are or claim to be, I'm an introvert. I like to stay to myself. And talking to people is a little bit. It's a little bit of a challenge. I noticed on Carnival, it was a little difficult to kind of meet people, kind of start conversations the way I normally do and stuff. So yeah, it was a little difficult for me to just walk up and say hi. I mean, I didn't notice too many opportunities and whatnot. So I didn't make too many friends. I made friends on the cruise ship, but none where I got like somebody's Instagram or I'm like, hey, I might visit you in the city, as opposed to all the other cruises I've been on so far. So just keep that in mind. Good news is though, the parties on board, man, they are insane. I love partying on a Carnival cruise ship, right? Every party that they have is amazing, right? Whether it's a Latin party, some kind of island Caribbean party, some kind of, I don't know, some weird 2000s party, whatever it may be, right? Even the club, well, club was okay, but the parties on board during the day, at night, and all that stuff, amazing. The sail away parties they have, amazing. You do the cha-cha slide, the Cupid shuffle, the wobble, all of that stuff. You do it at least. You probably gonna do it 15 times on that entire cruise, right? Maybe more, honestly. But again, the parties on Carnival are amazing. Oh, this is another benefit I noticed. I notice, and I notice this whenever I go to ports too, where Carnival cruises are at least that leave the U.S. Carnival, they typically their customer base, their demographic for their customer base, is typically a lot of black people, a lot of African American people. So if you're one of those people and you're like, hey, I want to get on the cruise, but I'm not sure about the racial dynamics and stuff, I would definitely do Carnival if you're an African American person. I know I'm saying that I'm black. If you're a black person, definitely check out Carnival because there's a lot of black people on board and it's amazing. They're some of the funnest people you'll ever meet. They're hilarious. You know how black people are. Lastly, one thing I really liked on Carnival Sunrise, as far as like the social life and stuff and things to do, the comedy club. That guy was hilarious. That guy was so funny. He told some of the best jokes ever, some of the funniest jokes I've ever heard. Gave us some good little knowledge, all that stuff. And it was all in a 30-minute time span too. So that was or was it an hour? All in a 1 hour time span too. So that was the neat thing about that. Yeah, that's really it as far as the social life. Oh yeah, meeting the opposite sex. Like I said, I'm an introvert, and I felt it really challenging to try and meet people, just people in general, not even just people of the opposite, not even just women and stuff. I felt it challenging trying to make guy friends, make woman friends, and this, that, and the third. So I didn't really do. I would say socially, out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 4 out of 10, honestly. But that was just me being shy and quiet and stuff. It was my second cruise. I didn't know what was acceptable, what was not, and all that stuff. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, now we talk about shelter, which is like the spaces and the living situations and the restaurants and rooms and bars and lounges on board and stuff. So, yeah. Uh, from what I can remember, God, it's been a while. It's been almost a year since I last been on that cruise. My room, I always get the inside stateroom, the one with like no windows, and it's like a little box, almost like a jail cell, right? But it's a nice little room. The rooms on Carnival are really, really nice, oddly enough. And if I'm not mistaken, they fold up a little towel into like an animal form. So you might get like a goose one day, or like a crab another day, or like a giraffe, not a giraffe, some kind of animal that they'll fold up a towel and put it on your room and stuff. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah. The adults only area. The adults only area on Carnival Sunrise was very small, honestly. They had one hot tub and it's about the size, I don't know, maybe like 8 by 10, if that. No, probably not even that. Let me see. I'm 5'8", so it was about maybe 3 by 7. Yeah. It was about 2 feet deep. Yeah, the hot tub was really small in that adults only area. There's a lot of lounge chairs, plenty of places for you to just lounge around at in the adult area. And they have one bar. It's very small, but yeah, just keep that in mind. Because if you're not in the adults only area, you're probably gonna be around a bunch of kids. Oh yeah, that's what I meant to mention in the last section. There were a lot of kids on this boat, and I'm not gonna lie, some of those kids are very, very bad. I remember sitting in my lounge chair, and I thought about getting in the hot tub, but I'm watching the hot tub to see what's happening in there, and then like these kids, they're having a splash fight. And eventually, some adult was like, "Hey, stop it!" And they stopped it and stuff. They stopped it for like 5 minutes. Then they went back to Then they started talking trash and this, that, and the third. These kids, they can't be no more than 8, 7, maybe younger. And then I saw this one little, I don't know, I think he was Hispanic or something. He started throwing up gang signs and stuff. And I was like, and all the kids was like, oh. And then one of them stuck their finger up. I was like, what the hell? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse on YouTube. But yeah, just keep in mind, you run into a lot of bad kids on Carnival. Somebody threw a golf club off the mini golf section and almost hit a lady. I watched the kid do it, and then I watched it almost hit the lady. I was like, this is crazy. Yeah. But outside of that, outside of all the bad kids and then trying to meet people, Carnival is a really great cruise ship. Really great. I definitely would sail with them again. I just need to find the right itinerary and the right price. I think if I do a Carnival cruise again, I'll just need to find a cruise ship where there's like a bigger adults only area, or do a European Carnival cruise ship. So yeah, that's my advice. I realized I got off topic about the shelter, but yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, so who is this cruise for? Oh no, I forgot ports. Dang, got ports. Yeah, so the first port we went to, and this one I did a little bit more, and I took a little bit more footage. We went to 3 ports. You saw in the opening title: Nassau, Bahamas, Moon Cay, Bahamas, that's Carnival's private island, and then we went to Grand Turks, which is the biggest Turk island in Turks and Caicos. First port was Moon Cay. No. I just said the first port. Golly. I'm sorry. First port was Nassau, Bahamas. There I did a shore excursion. They took us to like a even more remote island where they had like a little water thingy. They had a beach. They had some water activities and stuff for you to do and whatnot. You might have saw that video. That was the video in the opening credits with the ports and stuff. So yeah, you had like a beach, some water activities. I did this little excursion where you rode like the scooters and they took you to 4 different parts. Yeah, you saw like a tower. They had some beautiful views. You could take some pictures and this, that, and the third. I'll put those up next and you'll see what that looks like. You know, as I'm recording this section, this is me just freestyling here. I'm thinking maybe I should talk over the clips. You know, maybe that might be a smart option. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah. And then after that, I just chilled out on the beach. I noticed it was a private beach, so there were just people from the cruise ship that you met and stuff. There were just people from the cruise ship on that beach and whatnot. It was very kiddie friendly. Wasn't too adult friendly in my opinion. They also had a section where I think you could swim with dolphins or watch a dolphin show and whatnot. So that's also an option. But yeah, overall, I think that shore excursion I did, it was called Blue Lagoon Island. I think it was very kiddie friendly, in my opinion. You know, there wasn't much to do if you're an adult except drink, you know, but it is what it is. Once we got back to Nassau, like we took a little ferry to the island and we went back. Once we got back to Nassau, I had some food, bought some souvenirs. It was basic food like some chicken, some fish, and this, that, and the third. Yeah, and I met a guy. We were actually dressed the same. I'll put that picture up. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that picture. But yeah, and that was, after I ate, I kind of just got back on the boat and chilled out. So yeah, that was Nassau, Bahamas. Putting the clips next.
You gotta kind of like pull back.
Say what you want, try to do somebody go. Just let the music come from my soul, so I don't mind people can't stay on.
Next was Moon Cay, Bahamas. I did another shore excursion there. I did like a little bike ride. We went up like this little hill, this little mountain, and our tour guide, she gave us like a little background history and all that stuff about why the water is this color, that kind of thing. So, but the bike ride was nice. Again, this is Carnival's private island, Moon Cay, Bahamas. After that, I ate some food. Food was a little annoying. Getting it was a little annoying because the buffet line was really long and they had like 4 or 5 lines and this, that, and the third. You didn't know which one started where and which one was here and there and stuff, you know. Then they closed the buffet kind of early too. I was a little upset at that. So I wanted to go back and get seconds. But it's like I did a shore excursion. I tried to go back, you know, I went to the buffet, wanted to go back and get seconds. And the buffet, they had stopped it off. I guess because they wanted everybody to get back on the boat. But, you know, that was that. Yeah, and Half Moon Cay is obviously it's a very beautiful island. I think now here there were a lot more bars and restaurants and stuff. Oddly enough, that I noticed. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else to say. I'll just put some clips next.
Now, the colorful villas on the sidelines where the water is. That is some villas and cabanas. That is where you can rent on your time that you're staying here on the island. The pirate ship. That's the captain. Okay, so the tallest that it gets here is 65, and the tallest that it gets is 5.
Last island we went to was Turks and Caicos Islands. What did I do there? Oh yeah. I did I don't have any footage of this, man. I did a little party bus tour. So all they do is they give you like 2 shots. You get 2 shots while you're on the bus, and then you listen to some music. You're dancing, this, that, and the third. Some women were twerking. Somebody's dad and somebody's girl. Somebody's dad and this little girl, not a little girl. Somebody's dad and this girl had like a twerking competition and stuff. You know, it was on the bus. Yeah. But yeah, while they take you around the island. It's not like a coach bus. It's like a school bus, like here in America. We did like a little tour of the island. There's music playing. The guy's telling us about the island while music playing and stuff, and this, that, and the third. So yeah, we stopped at some beach too, and then what did we do? Yeah, we stopped at some beach, took some pictures, this, that, and the third. Then we drove around, took some more shots. We tried some rum. That was really good. They had some rum that was really strong. Put some hairs on your chest, but it was really good. Better than any of the rum I've ever had here in the U.S. Or I haven't had that much. I've only had like Bacardi and stuff. But yeah, it was really good. What else? And then we went to another beach, played some volleyball. Wish I took footage of that. Chilled on the beach, got in the water, just in the third. There I actually I made some friends there. I didn't take any pictures with them, but I managed to make a few friends here. So I realized if I go on Carnival again, I'll need to do shore excursions that young people are doing. And once the young, and then try and make friends that way. Say, oh, hey, how you doing? But yeah, that was Turks and Caicos. I had some jerk chicken in Turks and Caicos. Oh, it was so amazing. Unlike here in America, or I live in Atlanta. I don't know about you guys, wherever you're at, but a lot of the jerk chicken I get here in America, honestly, because I've had Jamaican food a lot of places. Yeah, they taste like they put way too much jerk in there, and there's not enough chicken, Plus the chicken here in America, it tastes like it's been, I don't know, been sitting on the couch all day and eating potato chips. Whereas in Turks and a lot of other places, honestly, the chicken tastes like it lived a healthy life. It ran cross country for most of its life, and now it's getting into bodybuilding and stuff. That's what the chicken tastes like, honestly. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll put clips, footage. So yeah, that is it for ports. I'm sure there's something I left out. You just comment your question or DM me on Instagram as always, and then I'll close out this video with some closing and stuff. So yeah. Lastly, who is this cruise for? I think it's for just about anybody. Yeah, it's just for just about anybody, whoever you are. I think this is the perfect cruise for you. Unless you're, I hate saying this, I add this to a lot of videos, but if you're a passport bro and you're looking for like foreign women and stuff, this ain't for you, man. Honestly, if you're a passport bro, a lot of cruises just aren't gonna be for you. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. I'll make a video on like tips and tricks and like 6 months or so, and I'll put the same information. But yeah, this cruise, I mean, Carnival Sunrise, Carnival by itself is for any and everybody that wants to go. They're the perfect, well, not perfect. They're an amazing cruise line, despite what you see and what you hear on the news, right? Do I think they are like a little, Yeah, they're like Walmart, right? Like the Walmart of the cruise line, or, you know, like Spirit is the airlines, Carnival is the cruise lines, right? They're cheap, but you're gonna get there, you're gonna have fun, you know, you're gonna enjoy yourself, and this, that, and the third. You're not gonna be mad at what you paid for, honestly. So that's, in my opinion. I think they're heavily underrated, honestly. So like the website is weird. The website is terrible. It looks terrible. The check-in experience is not that good. But once you get on board, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Amazing. One of the best things I can ever experience. Will I do this cruise again? Maybe not this specific one. I will probably do another Carnival cruise in the future. But it would have to be a bigger ship. One was like I said, a bigger adults only area, because I'm trying to meet some more young people. You know, I'm trying to meet more people, more adults. I don't want to be around a bunch of kids all the day, especially as a solo traveler, you know. Plus that looks weird, right? Like, come on. Yeah, it'll probably just have to be a bigger ship, or at least a bigger adults only area. And I'll definitely go on Carnival cruise again. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. Sorry this one was a little brief, a little bit rushed, a little bit stuttered. I'm really trying to get through this one so I can review. Next up will be my Greek cruise that I did in 2022, July to August 2022. Yeah, it was my Greek cruise with Norwegian, on Norwegian Jade. So I'll be reviewing that next. Again, thanks for watching the video. Well, you don't have to like the video yet if you don't like it. Share the video. That way people can see a Gen Z person review a cruise. Subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. Like the video if you liked it. I mean, it's up to you, honestly. I don't know why. One day I'll know why people say that, but I don't know yet. But yeah, like the video, share the video, subscribe if you want to. Definitely share. And then follow me on Instagram, nauticalnonsense_1. And yeah, that's it. It's your boy, Gen Z Explorer. I'm out.